Have you ever felt like you're constantly running, but you're not even sure where to? Like you're waking up each day already exhausted, counting the hours until you can sleep again, just to repeat the cycle? You're busy, you're occupied, you're surviving, but somehow it still feels like you're not actually living. You smile for the world, you show up for others, you push through responsibilities, but inside, there's a quiet nagging voice that whispers, "Is this really all there is?" Maybe you've told yourself, "I just need a break, a weekend away, a vacation, a little escape." You scroll endlessly, binge watch shows you don't even care about, eat when you're not hungry, sleep when you're not tired. Anything to distract yourself from the reality of a life that feels more like a routine than a purpose. But here's the deeper truth. If you're constantly needing an escape, maybe it's time to stop running and start rebuilding. You weren't born to merely survive. You weren't meant to endure your days like weights on your shoulders. You were meant to live freely, fully, intentionally. And yet, so many people are caught living someone else's version of success. They follow the script. Get the job, earn the title, chase the image. And while everything may look right on the outside, it feels completely off on the inside. A job that drains your spirit, a routine that leaves you numb, a lifestyle that shines online but feels empty in real life. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if you woke up on a Monday morning not with dread, but with peace? What if you didn't need caffeine just to cope, but actually looked forward to your day? What if the people in your life uplifted you, your work excited you, and your path felt like your own? What if you didn't need an escape, because your daily life was the kind of life worth living? Most people never pause long enough to ask, is this the life I truly want? They go with the flow, stay in their lane, and forget they have the power to change directions. But you do. You can build a life that aligns with your values, one that you don't need to escape from, because it already feels like home. So ask yourself honestly, am I living a life I love, or am I just enduring it? Let's explore how you can make the shift and start building a life you don't need to run away from. Number 1, get real about what you're running from. Before you can build a life you love, you have to be honest about the one you're currently living. Most people never stop to evaluate their life because they're too busy distracting themselves from it. So the first step, face the truth. Ask yourself, what do I dread most about my day? What part of my routine feels soul-crushing? What am I pretending to enjoy just to fit in? Be brutally honest with your answers. Awareness is uncomfortable, but it's the doorway to change. If you're constantly seeking escape through vacations, scrolling, partying, or sleeping, you're not lazy or unmotivated. You're just emotionally and spiritually exhausted from living out of alignment. You don't need to fix everything at once, but you do need to get real with yourself, because you can't change what you won't confront. Number 2, redefine what success looks like for you. So many people are chasing dreams that were never theirs to begin with. They picked careers because it looked impressive. They bought things to feel validated. They said yes to expectations they never questioned. But here's the truth. If your definition of success doesn't come from within, it will always leave you feeling empty. Ask yourself, what actually makes me feel fulfilled? What does success feel like, not just look like, for me? Am I doing things for approval? or because they align with my values? Real success isn't about having a perfect resume or luxury lifestyle. It's about peace, freedom, fulfillment. If you can wake up each day feeling excited, grounded, and proud of the path you're on, that's success. So take the time to redefine it. Tear down the version someone else built for you and start creating one that's real. Number 3, design a daily life that reflects your vision. Big goals are inspiring, but true transformation happens in your day-to-day. If you want a life you don't need to escape from, you have to make your daily environment and habits reflect the life you want to live. Ask yourself, what does my ideal day look like? What kind of people do I want to be surrounded by? How do I want to feel every morning when I wake up? Start small. Adjust your mornings to be more peaceful. Create space in your evening for rest, creativity, or something you love. Say no to things that drain you, and yes to things that refill you. Even 1% changes to your daily routine will completely transform your life over time. Because it's not the big events, it's the small moments, repeated daily, that shape how your life feels. Number 4, remove what no longer aligns. Here's something hard to admit. Some of the people, habits, and routines in your life aren't meant to go with you to your next chapter. If something constantly drains your energy, disrespects your boundaries, or disconnects you from your purpose, it has to go. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means being intentional. You are the architect of your life, and no architect leaves broken pieces in the foundation. Ask yourself, what or who no longer aligns with who I'm becoming? What am I holding on to out of fear, not love? Am I making space for better things, or just staying busy with the wrong ones? Letting go creates space for better. You can't build a beautiful life while clinging to what breaks you. Number 5, be present with what you have. Here's the irony. Some people already have a good life, but they're so distracted by comparison, they can't see it. Maybe you don't need to start from scratch. Maybe you just need to slow down, look around, and actually experience what you already have. Ask yourself, am I constantly looking forward to the next thing? Do I appreciate the relationships, moments, and blessings I already have? Am I mentally present or always running on autopilot? The life you love isn't just something you build. It's something you notice and nurture. If you can't enjoy where you are, you won't enjoy where you're going either. So take time to be present. Savor small wins, hug longer, laugh deeper, watch the sunset. Gratitude transforms survival into satisfaction. Number 6, create a life that matches your inner self. So many people live out of sync with who they truly are. They hide their dreams, silence their voice, and mold themselves to fit into boxes that were never made for them. But you were not meant to shrink. You were meant to expand. And the life that makes you feel alive is the one that reflects your truest self. Ask yourself, what would I pursue if I wasn't afraid? What part of me have I buried to be accepted? What passions or callings am I ignoring out of fear or doubt? Start reconnecting with the real you. The one who had dreams before the world told you to be realistic. The one who feels most alive when creating, leading, helping, or building something meaningful. Because a life built on authenticity is one that never needs escaping. Number 7, set boundaries that protect your peace. No matter how beautiful your life becomes, it won't feel like home if you don't protect your peace. Set boundaries with people who take more than they give. Set boundaries with habits that waste your energy. Set boundaries with yourself against self-sabotage, procrastination, and negative self-talk. Peace is not just found, it's protected. Ask yourself, where in my life do I feel consistently drained? What boundaries do I need to set to protect my mental and emotional space? What would my life look like if peace was my priority, not just productivity? When you protect your peace, you stop surviving and start thriving. You stop running and start rooting. Number 8, understand that you deserve it. Finally, hear this clearly. You deserve to live a life that excites you. You deserve peace, joy, meaning, and love. Not because you're perfect, not because you've earned it, but because being alive is a gift, and you're meant to experience it fully. Don't let guilt, fear, or shame make you believe otherwise. You're not selfish for wanting more. You're not unrealistic for desiring peace and purpose. You're human, and your life should feel like yours. So ask yourself, what beliefs are holding me back from building the life I want? Have I convinced myself that suffering is normal? Am I waiting for permission, or am I ready to give it to myself? You get one life. Build one that feels like home. One that you don't need to numb, escape, or run from. You are the author. Start writing your own story. So, you don't have to keep running. You don't need to settle for a life that drains you. You can choose to build one that reflects who you really are. One that gives you peace, meaning, and energy. But it starts with honesty. It starts with clarity. And it starts with a decision to stop surviving and start living. So ask yourself right now, what's one thing I can change today to move closer to the life I truly want? Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what part of this message resonates with you. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Mind Aura for more content that empowers you to take control of your life. Take care of your family, your loved ones, and the people around you. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and stay tall. Your life is yours to create. Make it one worth staying in.